Critical update, urgent update for Solana, guys. Because the VIP have traded Solana for so long, okay, hitting price targets down around the $42 level. Below that, guys, I want to bring you Solana very quickly. This is London with Crypto Kingdom and Bitcoin Spike. Guys, you understand on the daily, we failed, okay? Solana failed a really nice bull pennant. I'm going to discuss that. It really pushed into that ascending triangle that I have demonstrated. We would have loved to have seen Solana complete a move in line with the bull pennant that was demonstrated. Nice move to the upside, right? And we would have expected that to complete to the upside. Would have been beautiful, up to about $320 or so. Yeah, about $319 would have been really impressive. So instead, and I had this marked up just to serve as a reminder, we pushed down from the original run up and we formulated this ascending triangle. It's very, very crucial right now in terms of the understanding where the price action currently is and essentially where are we. Okay, it's going to be the urgent nature of this is going to key in very quickly. Now, in terms of this ascending triangle, you guys know a flat line of resistance is always welcome. If we can establish an ascending, okay, the flat line with an ascending support line, buyer stepping in, right? We always want that. In terms of the feature of this, what's great about Solana, it did achieve in line with the maximum of that, and they don't always do that. Sometimes, guys, sometimes, I'm going to say sometimes, you will achieve an amplitude in line with the mid-level function, but this was actually in line with the full amplitude of that triangulation, so it really surpassed that. We were excited to see that. Now, in terms of the current price action here, not only do we have, I'm going to say, a breach of the support line, this is the kind of the critical moment here to get into the urgent nature of this breach, right, of this support line right in here. We are on the daily. We are below this line of support. I don't want to see that for Solana. It is I'd say frustrated a bit here. Let me go ahead and tighten this line up so you guys can see exactly where we're at, and it is right on that that secondary kind of a hitch in here, but we really have spilled out below that line. Now, in terms of the preceding, kind of what the catch is here, what's the preceding formation that got us up and above after a failure? It was that ascending triangle. So let's go back to that. It's one of the features that I'm looking for right now in terms of the price action. I would like to see another bullish formation in line with this ascending triangle that was established beforehand. Now, in line with that, it's very important for us to discuss one thing, and I mention this all the time to the VIP in the back, and you guys know that all the time. We are always looking for a return. If we see any kind of an ascending triangle, right, flat line of resistance, right, and then an ascending line of support, we're always looking for a return. Guys, so many times when you have an ascending triangle, there's a return to the prior resistance to try and turn it into support. That's what's currently going on right now. I bring that up. Why? Because to the extent that this can formulate the line of support for Solana, I'm going to give it a little bit of a leeway, okay, a little bit of an extra, I'd say a little bit extra kind of, tip of the hat in terms of the technicals. And I'm going to say, yes, you have broken this primary line of support. However, you're still demonstrating to me that you're above the primary, still above the primary and previous line of resistance with the ascending triangle. You're still maintaining price action above that prior resistance to formulate it into support. I hope that makes sense to you guys. This prior key level here, well demonstrated on the hourly chart, okay? That is the prior resistance of the ascending triangle. We see the return function so often in the market to the prior resistance to turn it into support, to attempt to turn it into support. So that's what's currently going on right now. And you see some phenomenal price action from in and around that generalized area. That line of support is hit multiple times in and around that zone. We have capitulated one time. I'm just looking for this to hold. So this is the nature of this video. It's kind of a crucial moment for all the Solana investors, etc. And I want you guys to be prepared for the fact that this may also pick up and provide some additional nice trades to the upside. Recently, we had a nice move. What was this, guys? Nice move, about 35% to the upside. So congrats on all the success to the VIP, etc. I would just say ideally, okay, ideally for me, what I'm looking for is another one of these, guys. Another one of these nice pattern formations. If we go to the, we can go to the line chart. We can go to the, my favorite is actually the 77-minute. I have to tell you guys, I really enjoy the 77-minute chart. I don't talk about it all the time, but it's just, it gives me a different viewpoint. It's not necessarily the hourly. It doesn't, I don't know, guys, the candles in the line isn't set up exactly the same. It gives me a little bit of a different perspective. So I like that 77-minute. You guys maybe check that out from time to time. See if you agree. See if you like the 77-minute or not. Not much different than the hourly, but I do like that. So essentially, this top line resistance, ascending line of support, I'm looking for another formation in line with that. That's just it. Also open to an inverse head and shoulders. I'm open to a lot of different patterns. One thing that I want to stay away from is a descending triangle. Just want to let you guys know that's kind of like the ultimate red alert. I do not want to just formulate into and become comfortable with the fact that the buyers cannot push up the price of Solana beyond a decreasing line. You see that we have broken out at least once from the notion are being tied down to a descending triangle. However, that's the notion of a descending triangle. It's difficult to beat. It's difficult for the buyers to really get a nice measured move to the upside because essentially they are bearish in nature. They can operate as a continuation pattern, but buyers are just normally reluctant to measure this and just to really solidly I don't know dig into the price pattern. So as we look at this, you also have a cross line of resistance here with a previous resistance, previous support, previous resistance. So there may be an expanding possibility if we can hold this level. Always be ready, guys, to double and triple down at lower levels of the Fibonacci, but there may be the notion here that we are expanding. The next hit in terms of this, if this can hold, if the buyers can hold this, guys, the next hit could be higher than the preceding hit. Could be up to about 35, potentially up to 40% if it wanted to push up. So let's expect some good price action on Solana. Wanted to bring this to your attention because we're kind of in that critical zone on the daily. Again, and you understand I'd say the tip of the hat that I'm giving it in terms of this line of support that is currently holding. But yes, on the daily, we are in kind of critical, we're in kind of a red zone, guys. So be aware of that in terms of your Solana holdings. And we love the technology. We love, guys, we're very excited about it. That's why I brought it earlier to the VIP 6 months ago, guys. I brought that to the VIP. So congrats to all the traders and the holders of Solana. This is London with Crypto Kingdom and Bitcoin Spike. If you guys trade, if you want to be part of the #1 trade group, guys, that would be us. We'd be honored to have you. So I hope you guys are doing well preparing for your holidays. If you are going to celebrate those, I hope that is all going well. And just like I always say, guys, the market's open 24/7, so eat well, sleep well, and make sure you invest in those relationships that you knew were worth investing in before you started investing, guys. It's a complete package. And just glad to bring you guys TA on Solana. Take care of yourselves. We'll talk to you soon. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.